You got your blue ball on your cheek. That's awesome.
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Rotten and the Freeman Show. Mr. Rotten, man, how are you doing, dude? It's been a bit.
Oh, it's been a bit, dude. But I like the little breaks that we have because whenever we get back together, we're able to kind of just vibe on all the stuff that's happened in one whole week when we spend time apart. So absence is definitely not abstinence.
Yeah.
Absence is definitely working in our behalf.
I said on one of the latest episodes, I was talking about my kendama, dude. I think I have a craze. Yeah. I got number 2 today.
Oh my God.
Kendama crazy here at Freeman Kingdom, man.
Yeah, I noticed you got one of that little blue ball there.
I did. I got a little blue ball and a little wood right there.
There you go. A little blue ball on the wood. There you go.
Yeah. So since we were out, I took a vacation. You took some vacation. Took some time off with the family. I was off for a couple of weeks. We haven't talked to each other or been on video in a couple of weeks. We recorded a lot of those episodes before. But there's been a lot of drugs found in the White House, Rotten. How do you feel about drugs in the White House? You know, there's a past with drugs in the White House. Miss Grace Slick got busted taking drugs in, trying to give Nixon LSD and was escorted out. David Crosby fired up a doobie in the Oval Office. You know, Snoop Dogg, several people have taken drugs into the White House. There's a lot of tourists that go into the White House, but then a lot of people say, you know, Hunter Biden is in the White House. But is it anything new finding drugs in the White House?
Hell no, man. I know what Hunter Biden's hunting when he goes to the White House. We were talking pre-show. I think drugs in the White House is kind of like why sinners go to church. You know, that's kind of what you expect to happen there. There's probably going to be a lot of creepy people in the White House, and those creepy people are going to bring in some of that good dope.
Like Scooby-Doo, old man Winter. Put the cocaine in the back.
Yeah, that's where you go to get that good dope, man. I took some notes, though. I went to a bunch of different websites and found out what kind of drugs have been in the White House in the recent past, and this is what I've come up with.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah, just like in high school or elementary. I didn't sniff glue in high school. So,
me neither.
Yeah, you talked about this on a past show, but Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane tried to spike President Nixon's drink with acid. That means LSD, and probably not the crappy paper stuff, the good liquid LSD that you put underneath your tongue. That was in the White House. It's noted.
You know, in the way she done that, I talked to Grace Slick before, and I talked about this on one of the other episodes right in the Freeman Show. I talked to her about Hunter S. Thompson, but a lot of people were calling in because she had sex with Jim Morrison. She had dated Jim Morrison, but a lot of people were calling in about her and the little poison ring. You know, Freeman Mommy has a poison ring, and a poison ring is a ring that has a little lid on it. And you lift it up, and a lot of people used to put poison in it. And as they're going over your tea, they dump the poison into your tea or your drink. You drink it, and then, you know, who poisoned who? But she had LSD in the poison ring and got caught. And I don't think Grace Slick was actually arrested for trying to give Nixon LSD in the White House. That's crazy.
Hell no, man. She's too important. Jefferson Airplane, man. That was iconic. If she were to be taken out of music, that would have hurt the entire industry and the economy back in those days. Who else do we got here? We've got, Willie Nelson smoked weed with a White House servant. And you know he had to. You know, it's Willie Nelson.
No words. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he braided up that white hair and he just went in there and said, this is what I'm going to do, and you're going to watch me do it, or you could join in.
On the road again.
I was happy. Down the road again, in 87, Gary McLean from Villanova basketball. I guess it was a popular basketball team.
Yeah, I'm not much on basketball.
Me neither, dude. I want to be in sports, but I suck at it, so I've never really followed it.
Braves and Commanders. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So he was high on cocaine when he met President Reagan at the White House. And so can you imagine shaking the hand of a president, leader of the free world, just completely grinding your teeth and itching your arms and stuff like,
hey, Mr. President, can we go for a jog?
I got a whole bunch to talk to you about today, Mr. President.
Yes.
So in 2014, Snoop Dogg, of course, smoked a blunt in the bathroom. He had to.
So I wonder, how does stuff like that get through Secret Service? Because, dude, I've been to a lot of presidential events, and I'm not Snoop Dogg, and I'm not a celebrity.
Right.
Still, I think they go through hardcore.
This is what I think
somebody had
happens.
to motion him on by, but it's still crucial.
That's what I think. I think they get to the White House doors. They get in, the Secret Service meets them, they get greeted in, they get to First Security. First Security asks them to empty their pockets and what they brought for party favors. And I think those party favors get kind of spread out between everybody, and they have a good old time. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's one for you, one for me. Is weed a drug? I don't think so. No. I mean, a bottle of tequila for me, I would be, you'd be better off me having weed in your life in my hands than me half a bottle of tequila in me and trying to do surgery on
weed
you.
Is not.
You'd be screwed.
I heard that weed, and I could be way off on this. What do I know? But I heard that weed became illegal when BVD came into the circle because they wanted to farm BVD because somebody else bought it instead of hemp, so they wanted to farm BVD, cotton instead of hemp. So they had to make some reason for hemp to be bad. And so they launched the don't do drugs if you smoke weed, or this is what happens to your body. And it's this huge, it makes you go crazy and steal and kill
reefer
people
madness.
And stuff. Yeah, reefer madness. That's what it's called.
That's an old school one. Yeah. But my question is, say like if it was Hunter Biden, right? They're allowed to some privacy and rights, even though it's the White House. Like if the president's wife smacks him in the face, the Secret Service can't tackle her, but they're right to some privacy. I know cocaine's a different thing, but I don't know. How do you feel about it? If they found out it was Hunter Biden's, arrest him. I'm against criminal activity or whatever. But
I mean, it's not like lies don't come from the White House, almost every president has been busted in several lies. No, I don't send guns here. No, I don't sleep with that woman. No, I didn't bring coke into the White House. It probably wasn't his because they found it somewhere else, but I bet that they were all the same party. It might have not belonged to him, but I wouldn't doubt that he did it. I mean,
they say that
who knows?
The White House shut down because they didn't know if it was like anthrax or something like that. So I think that's why it made global news.
They probably have cocaine tester lab carts just wheeling all through the house. Is that cocaine? Let me try some of that out real quick, and I'll put it over here on the cart.
Really, because they have some high rollers coming through the White House. But we want to talk a little bit about this. It's kind of an older topic. But Mr. Rotten, where can people find you?
At Eddie Rotten. Okay. And I want you to find me at Rotten Freeman. Why can't I get that right?
Yeah, at Rotten Freeman is twitter.com/@RottenFreeman. And also spread the word of us. We are going to be in audio form coming soon. We had some hiccups getting to Spotify and places like that, but we're ironing those things out. That's on my end, and I apologize for the delay.
You're fine.
But the audio versions is coming, and you can find me everywhere, Twitter, everywhere, Freeman Daddy 5. And I think I'm Sean Freeman, SHAWN, Sean Freeman 47 on the TikTok. Thank you guys for listening to Rotten and the Freeman Show.
Woo!